Hello everyone, welcome to AB's Tech Time. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create point, line, and polygon shapefiles from digitizing georeferenced drone imagery taken somewhere in Sierra Leone. So let's get started. I am using ArcGIS 10.7. The process is similar to any version of GIS. Let us create a folder in the desktop containing raw data as well as geodatabase that will be linked into the ArcMap. Let's name the folder GIS data. In this folder, let's create another folder named drone imagery. I already have the drone imagery in the raw data. Just copy and paste into the raw data folder containing drone imagery. Here we go. Let's open ArcMap. We are not going to use the default geodatabase provided by ArcMap. We are going to link our folder created into ArcMap and create a geodatabase. To do this, we click on Connect to Folder. Our folder is already in the desktop. It's called GIS Data. Click on OK. We are already in the folder. We create a new file geodatabase called GIS Data. We select to activate the GIS Data geodatabase. Click on Add. Click on OK. We have untitled map here, which shows that our ArcMap is not saved. We save it into the same folder, GIS Data. It's now saved. Since there is no data in the ArcMap interface, it will always show unknown units at the bottom here. You have to note that the coordinates of the ArcMap will always be referenced from the first data imported into the map. Let's go into our folder. It's called GIS Data. Let's bring in the drone imagery. Because the orthomosaic drone imagery is already in projected coordinate system, that's why our ArcMap is now being converted into a projected coordinate system. Our georeferenced drone imagery has main road network as well as some minor road network, some houses, a reservoir, and a treatment plant. So we will be digitizing this drone imagery to obtain the point, the line, and the polygon shapefiles. Let us first create a polygon shapefile containing a reservoir, a treatment area, houses, as well as parks. These shapefiles will be stored in the geodatabase created earlier. So when we click on Catalog, we right click on GIS Data Geodatabase, then we create new feature class. We call this polygon, or let's say feature dataset. This feature class is going to be polygon. We click on Next. Coordinate system, let's just use UTM. The BGS 9084, 28 knot. 28 north, the coordinate system of the drone. Click on next. We click on next. Let's add an attribute table, a field in the attribute table. Let's name this field feature type. There should be no spaces here. Feature type, let it be string. Let's also create another table in the attributes called area. That's square kilometer. So this area is going to be stored as a data type called float. Click on finish. Yeah. So here we have the feature data set. If we open the attribute table, nothing is inside. Let's try to populate this attribute table by editing the feature and creating the polygon. To do that, we right click and go to start editing, create feature. We select the feature we're going to edit, which is feature dataset. It's a polygon. Let's start digitizing. We start from the reservoir. After the digitization process, we double click. We can as well insert the name of the feature dataset into this newly created feature. So we click on attributes, it will display on the right. So the feature type is going to be reservoir. We are not going to create the area for now, we leave it as it is. We create another polygon, let's say treatment area. Let's just digitize randomly, it won't be perfect. Double click, treatment area. Let us digitize one house. We follow the footprint. Double click. We name this a house. This process is repeated several times for any feature that you might want to include into the shapefile. This is also a house. For consistency, we use small h. Let's include a pack into our shapefile. Let's assume this is a national park. We name this pack. Let's bring in several packs around. Just approximate for digitization purpose. There is also another smaller pack here. And there are also a few houses. Say house. Let's end the process here. House. After completing the digitization process, we click on Stop Editing and Save. So if we open the attributes table for feature datasets, we will have all the feature type listed in the feature type column. These length and area are automatically generated. We can as well calculate the area in square kilometer, calculate geometry. We want the area to be in UTM. The unit is going to be square kilometer. Click on OK. Let's use square meters instead, since the areas are too small. It's already in square meters. Yeah, the same thing works for here. So area in square kilometer, we can as well use the alias area in square meters. This process is similar to create line and point shapefiles. Let's create a point or a line shapefile. Right click on the geodatabase, click on feature class. The line shapefile is going to be called road. Road network. It's not a polygon feature anymore, but a line feature. Click on next. Same unit. Click on next. Let's give this road names. So we store it as text. Click on finish. We start to digitize the roads by editing road network. Start editing. We click on create features. We are not going to edit feature dataset, which is the polygon, but the road network as a line shapefile. We click on line. We start digitizing. Let's say this is a major road. The same process after completing the digitization, we double click. We click on attributes to give it name. Let's call this major road. We also digitize for minor road. It's not too accurate. Double click. Minor road. We have another minor road here going inside somewhere. I don't know. Minor road. There is also another minor road here. Double click. Minor road. There's a road coming into the treatment plant through the reservoir. Minor road. Let's stop here. When finished, we click on Stop Editing and Save. We can as well change the symbology for both the road network and the feature datasets for polygon. Let's change the road network to something like this. Let's leave it like this. Click on OK. Let's also change the polygon to something like we need no color for the fill outcome. Then we use the outline width, let's say purple. Let's now create our point shapefile. Representations for points can be poles, electric poles, as well as trees. Since we cannot distinctly see them, let's assume they are located somewhere else. So we click on GIS database, feature class, new. Let's call this point feature. Next, we use the same coordinate system. Let's give this point names to be saved as text. Finish. We can also edit the names of road network for consistency. Let's call it line. And for the feature dataset, let's call it polygon. We do the same process to create a point feature. Start editing. Create feature. Click on point. Let's assume there is an electrical pole placed here. That's one. Then we give this electrical pole's name. Click on attribute. And the name of this electrical pole or this feature point is just pole. Let's just say pole. Then there is also a tree here. Let's assume there's going to be a tree here. This is called tree. And there's a pole here. There's a pole here. There's a tree here. There's a tree here. And there's a pole here. There's a tree here. And there's electrical pole in our treatment area. Yep. We click on stop editing and save. So if we switch off the automosaic drone imagery, we can now see the point, line, and polygon shapefiles created from the georeferenced automosaic drone imagery. Thanks for listening and for watching this video. You can like or make comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe for subsequent video. See you in another tutorial.